When there is an ending, there was a beginning. Every victim has a picture to paint. Every true crime has its time and place. Please join our MJ podcast, the series Deep into the Woods, Missing Persons, Unsolved Crimes, and the Does. Welcome to our MJ podcast. This series, MJ News Spots, Part 20, MJA Inc. Investigations 21-year anniversary. My name is Mark, one of the 3 founding partners of MJA. Today, on July 2nd, 2022, it was noted by our Public Relations Director, T.K. Stout, that we have been so busy that no one realized that on June 1st, 2022, MJA had been operating for 21 years. Our volunteer group has been blessed beyond any words. It's an honor to work on the cases that we do. At this time, MJA wants to give thanks to those people who made this volunteer group a reality. A special thanks to Regina for bringing in a computer into your father's home because you knew what your father had in mind. MJA was created because 18 family members had a very close family member murdered, and Regina knew of her father's undercover work in the past. Regina invented the MJA network. We have over 40 email accounts for our volunteer group. We have links to sites that do our type of work. We have links to law enforcement from all across the nation. We have media links from all across the nation. Also back then, chat rooms were the thing through Yahoo, which we used for staff meetings. Regina wrote the whole program or showed other staff members how to do it. On June 1st, 2001, MJA started with 3 founding partners and 20 volunteers at 67 West Main Street, Peru, Indiana. We were only working a handful of cases in Marion County, Indiana. At this time, MJA has 46 staff members working on 108 cases covering 14 states. A special thanks to 3 college students for doing their required 140-hour internship with MJA, and 2 of those students joined MJA. In the near future, MJA will have 5 other college students doing their 140-hour internship with us. Clients that made MJA grow. A very special thanks to our first client, Patty Bishop, who took a big chance on our group, but after watching our work, she connected MJA with 2 other families who needed our help. A very special thanks to the late Lily, who we met on Yahoo Cold Case Files, for sharing our post and connecting us with several families. You are always in our hearts and souls. A special thanks to our client, the late Becky Sherrill, who also connected us to families that needed our services. A special thanks to our client, Martha Hamilton, in doing research concerning missing children because of her little 2-year-old sister who was abducted in 1965, and she also connected us to other families. Also, for her work in collecting DNA from women who could have been her sister, ended up connecting 2 women to their biological families. A very special thanks to our client, Royce Eckley, who gave us a glowing reference concerning our work on her son's case, and she has also directed other families in our direction. A very special thanks to our client, Lori. Last name won't be mentioned, but you know who I'm talking about, and she has connected us with other families. A special thanks to Todd Matthews for giving MJA advice when it was needed on any given case. A very special thanks to Monica, who runs the Q Center, for her advice and her helping MJA correcting our methods on any given case. A very special thanks to Sevgi, who runs Together We Stand, for letting MJA be your investigative team when needed, and for putting MJA in contact with other families. A special thanks to law enforcement. Jack Adams of the Kokomo Police Department, who is now deceased. John Herlock of the Kokomo, Indiana Police Department. Joe Coates of the Indiana State Police, who is now deceased. Lieutenant Jeff Heck of the Indiana State Police, who is retired. Captain Morgan of the Clinton County, Indiana Sheriff's Department, who is retired. Detective Gary Sweet of the Garland, Texas Crime Division, who is retired. Chief of Police Frank Clark of Thorntown, Indiana Police Department. The Alabama Bureau of Investigations. The Georgia Bureau of Investigations. The Oklahoma Bureau of Investigations, who are great. For almost 3 days, they worked with 2 MJA staff members, computer, to locate 2 small missing female children ages 5 and 7. The FBI, the Justice Department, the Livingston County, New York Sheriff's Department, the Orange County, California Sheriff's Department, the Ohio Department of Corrections for letting MJA have access to inmates we need to question. Let's take a pause for the cause, and when we return, our thanks will be extended. Be back in a moment. Welcome back to our MJA podcast. This series, MJA News Spots, Part 20, MJA Inc. Investigations 21-year anniversary. A very special thanks to the media. The following are all Indianapolis, Indiana news stations. 6 News, who filmed one of our searches concerning the abduction of 6-year-old Shannon Sherrill from Thorntown, Indiana on October 5th, 1986. Fox 59 News filmed our water and ground search in Boone County, Indiana for missing Lola K. Fry. Fox 59 News filmed our water search for missing Kelly Armstrong from Kokomo, Indiana, and we were using 3 boats. Wish 8 News for doing a 2-part series on missing Lola K. Fry. Wish 8 News sent MJA to New York City to interview 19 witnesses concerning the Lola K. Fry case. The Lola K. Fry case. A very special thanks to the newspapers. The Frankfurt Times, located in Frankfurt, Indiana. The Kokomo Tribune, located in Kokomo, Indiana. The Lebanon Reporter, located in Lebanon, Indiana. And to the independent Associated Press reporters. A very special thanks to some of the podcasters. Facebook Live with Sevgi, founder of Together We Stand. The Tracy Fort Radio Show out of St. Louis, Missouri. The Gervin Jillian World Jam Radio, located in the United Kingdom. The Salida McCall Radio and TV, located in Louisiana. Tim and Lance, starting with Missing Moore Murray. Aaron Larkin of 107 Degrees. Kate of Ignorance Was Bliss. Olivia and Miss Callie for the series Deep Into the Woods. We want to give special thanks to some of the social media sites and other related sites. Twitter, Facebook, Reddit, YouTube, Name Us, The Doe Network, The Charlie Project, Unsolved Mysteries Not Related to the Show, Porchlight International, Web Sleuths. Even though MJA is banned from Web Sleuths and Reddit with no reason given, we were only doing what other true crime members were doing. But we do still respect a lot of the work that's being done on both of these sites concerning several cases. As we said, thank you all for making MJA Inc. Investigations 21 years of volunteer service and honor. I have a quote for you all. I am enough of an artist to draw freely upon my imagination. Imagination is more important than knowledge. Knowledge is limited. Imagination encircles the world. Albert Einstein. Always remember, folks, that if you ever get bored with nothing to do, well, take a walk deep into the woods. You might be surprised at what you might find. I want to thank our viewers and listeners for tuning in tonight, for you all have been so kind. That's the end of our MJA News Spot, Part 20. MJA Inc. Investigations, 21 years of volunteer service. We say to all of you, good night from Morrisonville, New York.
All my friends are heathen, take it slow. Wait for them to ask you who you know. Please don't make any sudden moves. You don't know the half of the abuse. Welcome to the rooms of people who have rooms for people that they love one day docked away. Just because you check the guns at the door doesn't mean the brains will change from hands grenade. You'll never know what psychopaths across sitting next to you. You'll think how we get here sitting next to you. But after all I've said, please don't forget, all my friends are heathen, take it slow. Wait for them to ask you who you know. Please don't make any sudden moves. You don't know the half of the abuse. We don't deal that size very well. They say newcomers have such style. You've trust issue not to mention. They say they can smell your intention.